But, yeah. Hi everyone, back today. It's been a while. Today's something a little bit different. Normally these videos are looking at sort of the spell of form we've had or looking at an opposition, but instead I'm joined by Richard, who is part of the Villa Park podcast, who is going to be talking about our newest signing. So firstly, thanks for coming on at very short notice.
No problem at all. No problem. My pleasure.
We don't know a lot about Wright because it's his first professional kind of loan. It's his first loan spell. He's featured for the under-23s for you quite a lot, and he's played Republic of Ireland at various under 17, 18, 19 levels. Just basically, can you impart some of your wisdom and let us know what type of player we've got on our hands?
Yeah, I mean, he's becomes very highly rated through our academy. We actually beat Birmingham City to his signature a few seasons ago, and he's, as you say, he's gradually progressed through the ranks at Villa as well as with Republic of Ireland. Featured quite heavily last season for the under-23s, and then has pushed on this season as part of the under-23s and featured in 11 games, scoring 2 goals with 2 assists as well. So for his development, it looks like he's having trained with the first team. This seems like the next natural progression for him to aid his development and play in, proper football, so to speak, against men in real games that matter. So it's pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, it's something that he spoke about in the interview with the club, that he sort of, I think he feels that the last couple of windows he's been close to making loan moves, but obviously Dean Smith wants him training, developing, and as Walsall fans, we know that Dean Smith is very good at bringing through youth products and he nurtures them quite well. So what, I mean, we were talking off kind of recording that he didn't feature in the game against Liverpool because he's been training with the first team. Were you surprised to see him drop to League Two? Were you surprised to see him go out? Like, kind of, where had you figured his level would have been at?
I don't know if I was particularly surprised that it was League Two, because I think, to be honest, that's a real good grounding for players. We've had, I think it's Cameron Archer who's gone out to Solihull Moors in the conference and has done quite well. So, and as Villa fans, we've been quite surprised that more young players haven't gone out on loan to certainly lower league clubs to get that experience. I think we've suffered as a club over the years for not doing it early enough. We've missed out on the likes of Callum O'Hare, Callum Robinson before him, and really highly rated younger players that haven't gone out on loan early enough. So I think it's something that Dean Smith and the academy staff want to do a lot more with the young players. So no, I don't think it particularly surprised me. I just think, as I said, it's the next stage of his development. If he's been training and playing with the first team, let's go out and see what he can do in League Two.
So obviously, we don't always see a lot of what the under-23s or academy reserves do because it's not as easily accessible. But what sort of skills have you seen from him, or do you know of Wright?
Yeah, he's a wide forward player predominantly, who can play on the right or left. He's mainly played on the right, cutting inside onto his left foot, because a lot of the first team play is the same. So from what I imagine, Smith likes to mirror that with the younger age groups, to aid that kind of slotting in. So expect to see him play on the right hand side, but cut in on his left foot. There's some footage of him scoring a goal against Crystal Palace this season for the under-23s, where the ball's out on the left hand side and he's drifted in from the right. The ball's come across the box and he's finished it with his left foot. So yeah, definitely expect to see some of that. Good on the ball, quite strong, and obviously quite quick with an eye for a pass as well, seeing as though he's got 2 assists and obviously an eye for a goal.
I mean, we spoke before that that's something that Walsall need, is creativity and a goal scorer. I think we've not had enough goals from all over the pitch. So hearing that, it's interesting that you say that he's obviously a right winger that cuts in on his left, because our left winger is right-footed. And although he does obviously drive down the left-hand side, he's scored a few goals cutting in on his right foot. So hopefully it's getting into a bit of a pattern there. Finally, from me, in his interviews with the club, he speaks about how happy he is to be going out on loan. He seems like he's got a really good head on his shoulders. Is that something that you had heard of, or is that something that kind of Villa fans know, that he is what seems to be quite a good egg?
Yeah, I think it's a culture that runs throughout the club, and it's certainly something that Smith looks for in players, and it will certainly filter down into the younger age groups to sign good people first and create good people before good players. So it's no surprise that he's coming across, very well in interviews. He seems, like he's hungry to learn and hungry to improve. So yeah, I think you've got yourself a good character first and foremost, as well as a good player.
And I said that was finally, but I've just thought of one more thing. Are you happy that he's gone somewhere local and to a club like Walsall? Do you think that that is the right move?
Absolutely. I think, it actually does surprise me a little bit that we don't utilize Walsall more, to aid the development of younger players for Villa, and also, hopefully benefit you guys in return. We've obviously got the link with Dean Smith, having been a manager previously. So yeah, I think it's a great club, always known to play good football, always known
At
to play
times.
yeah, in the right way. So yeah, hopefully this can be a fruitful loan spell for him and for you guys, and hopefully benefit Villa as well, with a player coming back with experience, and potentially, have that happen to more players.
Yeah, I think the link is something that as Walsall fans, we speak about quite a lot, because we've got not just yourselves, but we've got West Brom, Birmingham City, and Wolves all on our doorstep that are way ahead of us in terms of where they're playing. But I think over the years, the last couple of managers, the link maybe wasn't as beneficial. But I think this is a good opportunity for kind of Dean Smith's there. We've got Darryl Clark. If it goes well, hopefully going forward, it will, like you said, be prosperous, where you got these 18, 19-year-olds that need a loan spell. You don't want to send them to the national leagues. So here we are.
Absolutely. You never know. You might get Louis Barry.
Paul, he replied to Wright's tweet about it, and everyone was like, "You can come as well, Barry."
He might be on the first team bench before you know it. So I'm not sure about that.
He took his goal really well the other night.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, to be honest. That composure at that age, and to, just 3 touches, including the finish, was just, you can't coach that really. So,
no.
Hopefully that bodes well for the future for him.
Well, have a word with Dino and get him.
We'll see what we can do. Yeah.
Richard, thank you so much for coming on.
Been a pleasure.
No doubt we'll chat in the future about hopefully some more loan signings to come.
No problem. Anytime.
Brilliant. Thank you.